How do we win if I'm always winning?
Right.
I know all I do is win.
No matter what.
No matter what.
It's essential.
I win when we win.
Go ahead, Dr. Sabrina.
Yeah, right from the beginning, she had a vision. It was a daily elevation for essential living. That's that good intention. All you gotta do is listen. Creating magic during uncertainties be the mission. Dr. Sabrina Jackson, serving God must be a passion. Cause being a better person begins with daily practice. Love is the attitude, that's what we gotta do. Mental Health Mondays on Fox News in Detroit, that's Channel 2. Look us up, baby. Gon' do your research from Cass Tech to Eastern. Yeah, we've been in it for a minute. We've been winning for a minute. It's essential how you living for God. It's essential how you living in your mind. It's essential how you living for freedom. It's essential how you living with Sabrina. It's essential. 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 It's essential.
Good afternoon. Top of the afternoon to you. Welcome to another edition of Speaking Life with Dr. Sabrina. I am your host, Dr. Sabrina Jackson, the people expert. I help people with people, even if that person is themselves, because I say it here all the time. People think it's somebody else with the problem, but it's really us that be standing in the need of some help. And so I do that, and I do that in a myriad of ways. I am a clinical therapist by trade. I'm a life coach, a business coach, a speaker's coach. I've created a model called Essential Colors, which led to Essential Love Styles to help you understand how to live and love the one you're with. And I have a nonprofit, Sabrina's Girls, where I take high school girls who get in trouble for talking too much, and I teach them about how to use their gift of gab for good and not for bad. And then I have been in 13 movies. I am on Fox 2 every single Monday with Mental Health Mondays, where I kind of help you try to get your mind right, get your spirit together. But I say here on this podcast, and it's called Speaking Life, because life and death lie in the power of your own tongue. What are you saying to yourself about yourself? What are you saying about your situation? What are you saying about the people around you? What are you speaking? Are you speaking life and light, or are you speaking negativity, distress, complaint, all of that? So here, every Monday, do you want, I'm sorry, I got to ask a question to my guest. I just got to ask her.
Yeah.
Do you want hot or iced latte?
I would like a chai tea latte, hot.
Hot, okay.
With
Chai.
oat milk.
Chai. Hold on, y'all. That's what life do.
Because sometimes you need a chai tea latte.
You doing it? Okay, cool. Okay,
That's
so
what, yeah. We back.
Because having your beverage together
Listen.
is important. So I say here every week when I come on, I am so fortunate that I know incredible people. I am so blessed that I know incredible people doing incredible things all over the world, and today is no difference. I can't even read this whole bio.
Oh, please don't.
Oh my God. What I tell is so much. So I'm not even going to go there yet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the fact that I have had the privilege of working with Jessica Care Moore. I've had the privilege of working with her, and I don't even think she even remember.
Of course I don't. So you
She don't remember.
remind me.
But we were working on a reality show together.
You're talking
She
about
was a judge.
The virtual reality show with Sultan? Sharif?
Yes.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I
remember.
was the consultant,
Yeah, I remember.
and so I was.
I don't drink or smoke. I'm clear.
I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I don't vape. I don't vape, I don't smoke. But I will have a cocktail. I will.
I've had a cocktail.
I will have a cocktail.
But not enough for it to
not for
mess
enough
up
to
my
make
memory.
me crazy. Not to make me crazy. But Jessica Care Moore is a walking, breathing, living legend. She's a walking, breathing, living icon. She does iconic things. Her voice is the voice that people not only want to hear, but they need to hear, and once they hear it, it's life transformational. So I am very honored that she is spending time with your girl over here, and she has all kind of stuff going on. So we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about everything. But please welcome to the show.
Oh, I'm so excited.
My sister, Jessica Care Moore, the Detroit poet. How you say it?
Laureate. Detroit poet laureate.
She's the poet laureate. And so I asked her, well, what that mean? Because I didn't know what that mean. I just knew it was a good thing. And so she is the poetic voice for the city of Detroit, appointed by the mayor. So if you...
it's a mayor, and it was a committee of folks.
It was a committee of people.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. So I saw you, was it last week? I think it was last week when Maxine Waters was here.
Yeah. And I had to go after.
I don't know why they did that.
I tried to get out of it, but they thought I would be fine.
You were fine.
I was.
You were fine. She was fine.
But I told Max, I said, it's not fair that I got to go after you. I've met her on many occasions. I love her.
She is amazing.
Yeah, she's
and to be
she's an
honest,
icon.
no shade to my sisters who were there, the Mary Sheffields, the Sherry Gades and Gatto, all of them are friends and sisters of mine, but they oh my God, they paled in comparison to Maxine.
Well, I mean, she's got some skin in the game.
Maxine is 86 years old.
Yeah.
And was the only one that didn't have a note.
She don't need no notes.
She didn't have a note.
Yeah.
She 86 and was slaying the moment. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And so I saw Jessica Care Moore there. She ended the evening with a poem. And it was so powerful.
Thank you.
It resonated with us as Black women.
Yeah.
So I appreciate what you do.
Thank you so much. The claps are everything. I need to walk around with claps. Everywhere I go, I want to say something that I just want. I would like cue the claps.
Cue the claps. Cue the claps. So how are you?
Oh wow! So I'm gonna say that I am in a place of joy, because normally when people ask me how I am, I usually say I'm tired, and that's what I said when I walked in here, because I am working very hard and I have a 3-day event that I am producing, and it's a lot when you are out here promoting Black women's voices that are under celebrated, when you're not doing the traditional trendy easy promotion marketing thing, that you're not wrapping your time around something that's an easy sell. You're trying to push culture forward and help Black people and the community at large,
for real,
see the beauty and the worth of what Black women rock has been for me for 20 years.
Wow.
And I don't bring on mainstream, already super awarded Black women, because the show is not about that. The show is about lifting up women who make the culture great, who have inspired the women that you might hear every 5 seconds on most radio stations.
Exactly.
Without these women, these other women would not exist. They would not exist.
Yes.
And so there's a lot of us, and the industry will make you think there's just one or two.
Right.
And there's more. Like Janelle Monáe did not come out of a factory. She comes out of a tradition of Black women who've been rocking stages, rock, funk, experimenting with their craft. Not India Arie has sisters. Erykah Badu has Tribe. And so that's who we are. But these women, even more different than any of those women that I just named, are very diehard rock and roll artists.
I love rock.
I love rock and roll. Black women created rock and roll music.
Oh my God. I just think about, Tina.
Yeah, man, we love Tina. And Stephanie, we got Stephanie Christian and Kimberly Nicole,
Yes.
who sound like Tina birthed her right out of her womb.
Wow.
You know, so Tina is still here. Like Tina's legacy, is alive.
And I love that because too often we forget the bridges that brought us over.
Come on now.
We forget the shoulders that we stand upon. I would not be able to do what I do if it were not for black women.
That's right.
Black women in the voice of speak. Like I have a picture, and it's a side by side. It's a picture of my mother holding a mic.
All right.
With her hat on at church.
Let's go.
And then a picture of me.
Okay.
Holding a mic. I didn't have no hat on, but because I like to show my hair. I don't usually do hats. But
right.
I love that picture because I know I get my talent to speak from my mama.
Yeah.
Then her grandmother, my great grandmother, was a minister. So she was at a mic.
That's right.
Talking.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
So it's nothing for me to get a mic and let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. I like a mic. I always say I ain't met a mic I don't like.
I do too.
I like a mic.
I like to drop them and I like to rock them.
drop them and I like to. So do you play instruments?
Play a little bass, but I'm really a lyricist, a songwriter, and so my record just came out a week ago. We Are Scorpio, me and Stephanie Christian's our rock and roll project. It's like a poetry, punk rock record.
I love it.
Yeah, so we're going after the spoken word Grammy. We got some.
You better come on and get the Grammy.
Yeah, we're going for. I mean, if we're nominated, we'll be humbled by that. But we got some competition. I know all the people that are pretty much
in the game.
Oh yeah, I mean, and then you know, I'm sure my brother Black Ice is going to be up for one, and Omari Hardwick has thrown his hat into the race.
I love Omari.
Yeah, but do you like his poems better than mine? I'm just kidding. So yeah,
I just like to look at him.
Well, yeah, everyone likes to look at him.
I'm just saying.
Omari's my brother. He's super fine.
He's so fine.
But he's a great poet too, and so
he's a great poem. You know who else is a great poem that I did not realize until I guess I should have realized, but Smokey Robinson.
Oh yeah, Smokey's a poet. I did. I was in New York at Def Poetry Jam. I'm shooting for HBO with Smokey. I was backstage with him when he was doing that.
Oh my God, I was sitting there with
poetry self.
He was amazing.
Well, but he's a song. I mean, one of the best songwriters
of our time, right? So you would expect
poetry makes sense.
Poetry makes sense. So I just wanted to do. I do want to do a few things from your bio. I do want to let people know a few things from your bio, and it starts with that you are an American poet that lives, writes, and plays in downtown Detroit.
Yeah, I'm all over Detroit, West Side, East Side,
everywhere.
You know,
just everywhere.
Yeah.
You just a Detroit, and that you have your own publishing house.
Yeah,
More Black Press, which you have published poets from all over the place.
Yeah. I started in Brooklyn, New York in 1997.
Wow. So you've been publishing since 1997.
I have. And it's interesting because I have this new kind of very bossy deal with More Black Press, HarperCollins.
Okay.
Which is great. And I have a great, beautiful new author, Everywhere Alien, Brad Walron. I'm always promoting
Everywhere Alien.
He's amazing. Amazing writer, amazing poet. The book is prettier than the postcard. And this is, but people are talking about it like it's my first. I've had to correct people like this is not my first author. I've been publishing since '97.
Thank you.
But
so how many books are
probably like close to the 15.
15.
Like yeah. You know, they're all labors of love and I pour into the poets and writers that I've published.
Oh, you want her to move her hat?
Yeah. And I've done it pretty much. Sorry, me and my hats that I wear. Speaking of hats. And it's a labor of love. I love publishing, and I love putting poets forward. But this is with HarperCollins, Amistad, a way for me to have international distribution.
I love it.
So it's a good boss movement, but it's still very much a hard work. And my sister Regina Brooks is my literary agent, has now become my publishing partner because I cannot do this work. You can't really do great work alone.
You can't do great work alone.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always encouraged when I see us as Black women working with other Black women, because we hear this narrative. In fact, I heard it this morning. I was listening to a preacher talking about the Willie Lynch letter. And
Divide and Conquer.
Divide and Conquer.
No, I know.
And he talked about how the one thing that he said is if we can get them to, divide around color.
Yeah.
So light skin versus dark skin. And that has been a thing.
With Kamala.
Oh my God.
There's a song on me and Stephanie's record, We Are Scorpio, and everyone please go get We Are Scorpio's record.
Where they get it?
Everywhere that records are sold. I mean, there's websites everywhere. Talib Kweli put it out, and Javoti Media, shout out to Talib Kweli. iTunes, Spotify. I mean, don't support Spotify, but iTunes.
Don't do Spotify.
No, because we don't get money from Spotify. But you can go to our Bandcamp, which is bandcamp.com/We Are Scorpio.
We Are Scorpio.
And you can buy the vinyl there. And when you come to Black on Rock on August 31st, we'll be signing our vinyl after the concert. So thank you so much. I love you. Thank you.
That's Miss Love, and her last name is Love.
Yes, that's why. It's just love. It's just love and chai. And so, the record, we have a record called Jim Crow, which actually speaks to, what's interesting, I wrote that record initially in honor of Kamala Harris.
Okay.
This is before she was running for president. Just because I didn't like how people were trying to divide and conquer us with her saying that she wasn't black. Right. And I've heard a lot of people, brothers in particular, I've had to check online, trying to and there's a movement against, this anti-immigration. It's really disgusting.
Because we all are immigrants.
We are, immigrants and people from slavery, from immigrants, however we got here.
We didn't originate here.
But we're the people of the African diaspora.
Exactly.
And we live all over the world. And so it doesn't matter where you were born. If you're black, you're black. And Southeast Asian folks is not white. So the sister ain't a white girl. We know this. We know that when if she walking down the street and some white policeman pulls up and she's just a regular black girl walking up, they're not asking for her birth certificate or a DNA test.
Not at all.
They don't do that before they lynch you, before they pull you over, before they kill your children. They don't ask you for your birth certificate, who your mom or your daddy. They go by how you look.
How you look.
Yeah, that's a black woman. And then, she made choices that obviously she was aligning herself with black culture by going to a HBCU and becoming a member of a AKA. So all of it is silly talk, and it's divide and conquer. But there's different things I don't agree with her or have to do with policy.
I do.
But it doesn't have anything to do with how color she is.
Right.
She's a black woman.
This is the thing. I believe so strongly in the fact that we have to learn how to agree to disagree agreeably. Yeah. I may not agree with 100% of what you said.
Right.
But the things that I do, I can absolutely support you in that.
Right.
And so just because I disagree with you over here does not mean I got to throw you away completely.
Exactly.
Because that's what people do. We throw away folk. We just throw them away. Throw them away. Because we disagree right here. But over here, everything over here matches me. So I'm going to support that.
Exactly.
So
I just had it's a strong.
She's so happy.
Well, I don't think it's a chai. I think it's a coffee. So I'm just like,
that's not a chai.
Mm-mm. I don't think so. It's okay though. I sipped it.
It's not a chai.
I told him a chai tea latte hot with oat milk.
No, it's not.
And they repeated it.
It's okay, but I drink it. There's some caffeine in it.
There's some caffeine in it. She needs a little caffeine now.
I'm getting it together, and I'm drinking it.
So let me ask you about this audiobooks.
Okay.
You're going to be doing audiobooks.
Yeah, we're doing. We're gonna be doing, his book is out, so the audiobook is out. But we're working on. I'm gonna start doing some audio originals. So because for me, the poets that I'm publishing are interdisciplinary artists. They're not just poets who read from the page in outside bookstores. They perform. They do solo theater. I want to do a limited edition vinyl on every poet that I publish. So we want to do different kinds of things that it's different for HarperCollins. So I'm looking for. I'm talking to a sister now, black woman, about being a distributor for some of the things I want to do that are outside the box that traditional publishing houses don't necessarily do. Let me just say that. Or they don't know how to do it, or they don't have the interest in doing it.
They don't have the interest in doing it because they don't know. Generally, it's because they don't know how.
Yes.
And when you don't know how, you stay in the lane that you're comfortable with. But how do you grow? And how do you expand if you're not open to learning something new? Is that better?
I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. But I believe her.
We try to make
I'm getting a lot of attention this morning that I really needed from y'all. So I appreciate all the black woman love.
We love it. We love it.
I came in here so tired. I'm like, I'm getting all this attention. Publishing is a part of my legacy. I've been doing it since '97. I published Saul Williams' first book. I published Raz Baraka, who's the mayor of Newark, New Jersey. His book, Black Girls Learn Love Hard. He's now running for governor of Jersey.
All right, go ahead,
And
Jersey.
he was Mary Baraka's son, the son of Amiri and Amina Baraka, great poets. and several others, Asha Bandeli and other writers. And so I'm continuing that legacy. I've got 3 other writers already ready to go. So people, please don't send books right now. And I'm going to be doing an anthology series. So
I love anthologies.
Yeah, to support new voices. So
I love it. I want to do an anthology. I have it all set up to do. I just got to figure out how to invite people to be a part of the anthology. But my anthology is called Dating Shenanigans.
oh yeah, I have all those. I could write that book with you.
Because it's just shenanigans out here.
I had a nice date a couple of days ago.
Ooh. Look at her smile.
It was a good date. Shout out to my date.
Shout out to the date.
That's a good
I have to fly
thing.
my dates in, but I'm just kidding.
Listen.
I do, yeah.
Listen.
I like long distance date. I believe in it. Enjoy it.
You like long distance dating?
I don't mind it.
I have not dated long distance.
It's the only way
But
I can really function.
I would, because I travel so much. So,
me
like
too.
we do.
So that's why it kind of works for me.
I think it would work.
Just
but
local dating doesn't usually work for me.
It's not working.
Detroit's like Alabama. It's very small in some ways.
Everybody know everybody.
And a lot of people know who I am, so I tend to just like to,
I don't want people to necessarily know.
I don't know
who
if I'm, it's dating. I'm just like enjoying the company of a nice man every once in a while. I've been married a few times, so
I have to. How many?
Yeah. There was 2 of them.
I've got 2 husbands.
Yeah, 2 husbands.
husbands.
It was a husband. I don't feel like I've ever had a partner though.
Oh,
And,
Girl.
Yeah.
Girl.
I'm just,
She done shifted the focus of the show.
Okay.
We have shifted to we need partners.
Yeah, partner would be great.
Okay, so do you know Mama Shu?
Of course.
So Mama Shu's husband told me, because they came on the show.
Yes.
Well, she came on the show and he was sitting right over there. And he, after the show, he said to me, Sabrina, do not look for love. Look for a partner.
Yeah. Because, we fall in love so easily.
Oh, my God, I'm such a...
Yeah, I'm an in love hopeless romantic poet. What are you talking about?
I am a romantic... I
it's a
love
mess.
love.
Yes,
I love love.
I love it too.
I love love.
But I think we get our love from TV. We want that 30-minute short we see on TV,
the rom-coms.
the movie. We don't want the real deal, sickness or health.
I don't know if I even want sickness or health until I die either, to be honest. But a good partner during these years when I'm like really building my legacy on a different level.
To be with you while you're building.
Yeah, not every day though. I'm good. You can have your own house, but but can we have partnership in a way? I just want good travel and fun, and I don't need. Some women need that every day. They feel like they got to have a man in their house every day to feel fulfilled. I don't necessarily need that, and I travel so often that all I'm gonna do is leave them anyway because I'm gonna be on a plane somewhere. So it's better that I need dating someone that has passport stamps,
right?
And ability to and freedom of movement is just kind of necessary at this juncture of my life.
And I think men think they want that, but when they get it, I don't think they understand or get it because it's difficult because you're traveling and living your life and doing your thing.
And and it's going to get worse because my son is off to Cal Arts in a week, less than a week, and so my freedom becomes even more free.
Wow!
and I planned it. I told myself I'm going to stay single until my movie comes out and I get a deal for my feature film. He looked like a postcard, which I'm claiming, and my son goes to college, and so now King is on his way, and I'm working on that deal for my film. So, but I still plan on just trying to stay free. I think people, define people's relationships by, how it looks on Instagram because y'all got on matching pajamas at Christmas. But if y'all fight right after the photo is, posted, then it's not, I don't need the traditional thing anymore. Let me just say that.
I definitely don't need the traditional thing, but so I said this since I'm on I can say what I want to say here.
Yes, you can.
So I tell, because I hear people say that, well, sex is overrated, that you must not have had good sex.
I'm a Scorpio.
And then secondly, I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be alone because I like getting it in.
Getting laid is a part of self-care.
On a regular basis.
On a regular basis.
Because, Dr. Oz says...
Amen. Ashe.
So Dr. Oz says that you should do it at least 3 times a week minimum.
Yeah.
That keeps you physically, mentally, and spiritually sound.
Yeah, if I was dating local, that'd be easier.
Yeah,
but
it'd be easier.
So what I do is the gym. I work out 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay.
So you got to work out if you don't have the man every day. I don't have the luxury of at this moment, the person that I prefer to be with every day, because he doesn't live in Michigan. But I go to the gym until he gets here.
Okay. I love it.
You just got to balance it out.
You got to balance it out.
Or you can have more than one lover. So.
Some people do. And that's not a bad.
Shout out to people who can balance it all.
Hello.
Oh, you talking about Black Women Rock.
Okay,
Black women can rock. Okay,
look, we rock.
So let's talk about this, because you have recorded with some amazing legends. Common.
Yeah, I love him.
Nas.
Yes, love him.
Jeezy.
Yes. I love Jeezy too.
Oh my God, I love this.
Talib Kweli. Oh, Jeff Mills. Shout out to Jeff Mills.
Kweli, yes. Oh my God. The Last Poets.
My babas.
Roy Ayers.
Yeah, I love Roy's on my album Black Tea that came out in 2015. Nice. It's a jazz soul project. If you don't have Black Tea, go get it. It's a great record. Talib Kweli put that out first.
Oh my God! So I'm looking at all these amazing people. So how, like, when you look at people like you, and you see that you do a little bit of everything, has people ever told you, you gotta just focus on one thing, Jessica?
Yeah. When I was a little girl,
you need to focus on one thing. Yeah. Because if you focus on too many things, you're not going to be good at anything.
Yeah, I've heard that, but the thing is, everything I do is grounded in poetry. Like, I'm a poet. Even my film is one long poem. It's beautiful. It's very different than other feature narratives, and I think that's why people are enjoying it, the storytelling. Will Jones from WDIV came out to the show and came to the screening in front of Michigan Central. I had a free one. Thank you to Michigan Central for screening the film. And he said, Jessica, I have a very low attention span. He's like, and I was with you that whole film. And so I used to be scared of screenwriting because, you do this one thing, poetry. I know how to write poetry. Oh, screenwriting, if I listen to that idea,
right.
You can't go over there. You can't be a screenwriter.
Right.
And so I got past that people telling me that in my ear, or me hearing that in the world, or hearing that, me telling myself that and going, nah, you can screenwrite. Just tell the story the way you want to tell it, and use those tools you have. I come from a television journalism background. I wrote for Amir Makeup and Harry Harris. I used to write the 10 o'clock news, right? So I was a news writer and producer first. And so, I know how to use visuals to tell a story too. And so Qasim Basir is a great director, and he did a great job of shooting this film. Rodney Sizemore, Nate Wynn, and the shooters on the film were incredible, and I work with them constantly now. But I learned I can storytell with the visual and the words, and so people who say things like that are just limited thinkers and aren't visionaries, and so I don't really hang out with them.
But let me say this, because Jessica did take the Essential Colors test, and she is a orange blazing. So orange personalities like freedom. I think you've heard her say the word free.
I'm free.
She likes freedom. Yeah. And that is a very orange thing. But oranges also don't mind all eyes on me. They really don't. They don't mind it. Give me a stage. I can do it.
Yeah.
And they can be entertaining. They can be. They can talk you in or out of anything. They can. But then her second color was green, and greens are intellectual. They're smart. Things have to logically make sense, and when it makes sense to them, it doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense to other people.
Oh yeah.
That's why I like listening to you, because you're talking about how other people might have a limited way of thinking.
That's right.
But no, we could do it this way. And even if it's never been done, that's going to be done now.
Yeah, I mean, even poetry or music. I've been doing that for such a long time. And now, my brother Jay Ivy, shout out to Chicago, the Chicago chapter of the Grammys. And he worked with myself and Malcolm Jamal Warner and Ursula Rucker and several poets in the industry fighting to get this spoken word category. And
in the Grammys.
And we deserved it. But Gil Scott-Heron didn't get one when he was alive. The Last Poets haven't gotten one yet. And so I didn't put put my bid in for the last 2 years, I just was happily voting for my peers.
Other peers, okay.
Yes, which was wonderful. I love to vote. To know every single person in the category
is exciting.
And this year, I don't know. Maybe I'll vote for myself. Maybe I'll vote for one of my friends. I don't care. I'm just glad that we're able to say we exist and matters. But there was a time when someone say poets don't need a spoken word category. And so we're, when you're a void filler, right? And when you're a person that sees a void and needs to fill it, you're going to be an outsider, you know, and I'm fine with that space because it makes my life more interesting, that I don't know every lyric to every song that the radio is playing, but I know the songs of these women, and I know Divinity Rocks and Nick West and Joy and Sate, and I watched Leslie Vonner, the sister that's coming to play trumpet with us. I go from playing with us to now she's traveled all over the world with Beyonce, right?
Wow.
Yeah, and Nick West has been on the road with Lenny Kravitz all year.
So we need tickets for...
please go to livenation.com and get tickets for Black Women Rock. And I want to say, we want to fill the floor up. So if people got good legs and you got big energy, doesn't matter about your age, if you could stand up for 2 hours and be close to the stage, we got a $20 ticket. You just got to put on BWR20. That's the code. BWR20, and you get that $20 ticket, and you can hang with us and get real close on the floor.
You can get on the floor,
go kick it at the bar, come back and jump around with us,
and stand for 2 hours.
Yes. Now, if you need a seat, it's no judgment. Get your seat.
Thank you.
No seat if you because some of my friends want their drinks on the table. And my favorite seat in the Fillmore is the area right behind the stage where they have tables, and I think those little four tops, those are cute.
Okay.
So
we need a four top. That's what we need.
Saturday night, Labor Day. There's no other better thing happening in the city other than Black Women Rock, and I really need Black men to show up for us too. I need white people to act like they know. If you love rock and roll music, come get your whole life. Come get your whole life on. But Black women supporting Black women, and that's what this show is about. You're going to see about, at a minimum, at one point, at least 20 women on stage, and full horn section, full drums.
I love a live band, live music.
Sis, you have to come. If you haven't experienced Black Women Rock, this is our biggest stage. So Fillmore is 2,700 seats. Oh, wow. So I appreciate. We need.
So what time does it start?
7. Doors at 7. Show at 8.
Attention, 2,700 Black, white women.
Yeah, I need women.
We just need women.
I need Black men. I'm gonna say we need some men in general with strong arms, because we want to have a Black girl mosh pit. Oh. So we need someone that can catch us. So,
because I can't catch nothing.
2,000 Black men, 700 when I'm
whatever. But we would like to make some herstory on Saturday, and
story.
Yeah, we like all of Michigan to show up for us. It's great music. If you love great music, don't worry about who's on the bill. They all are killers.
Right.
This sister Grace Gibson is coming for the first time. I love my new babies. She's the daughter of Lynn Whitfield, icon, right? And Grace is making her own way. Yeah,
I love it.
Amazing singer, amazing guitar player, and Amira Leon. Amira is otherworldly, and I just love watching people's faces turn inside out when they see these women that are unbelievable on stage. And Nick West, what she does with the bass don't make no sense. Rolling Stone just called her like the basses of the year. She got some huge thing from Rolling Stone.
Wow,
she is. I
love it.
A torchbearer for this. Because we got. Kat Dyson, who's my musical director, who's worked with Prince and Cyndi Lauper, and all over the world, makes time to come do this show with us. We can't even afford Kat Dyson, but she comes, and she's an icon among us, and she does this show. Nona Hendrix has done this show.
Wow.
Countless times. She was going to come here. She's double booked for the date. But I do have some special guests and people that are not on the flyer that are going to be there as well.
I love it.
Yeah, I've been doing this 20 years. I'm a poet in the middle of a rock and roll. I'm saying it's not just a movement, it's a sisterhood. And it starts on the 28th. So the concert's the 31st. But on the 28th, we have an art opening at my brother Khalil Muhammad's beautiful space. He's got an contemporary art gallery and meditation museum. You will love it. It's called the Motivational Museum. And today, on Mondays, he does motivation. You should bring him on your show. He does Monday night meditation.
Okay.
He's a beautiful person. So he's in Hamtramck. So we're opening on the 28th. We have an art exhibition every year for Black Women Rock. So 6 to 9, it's free.
Okay.
Please come. It's Wednesday the 28th at 6 o'clock. Okay. The Motivational Museum is 9342 Joseph Campo.
Okay.
So 9342 Joe Campo in Hamtramck.
We gotta go by there.
It's beautiful. 6 to 9 is the 28th. And then after Black Women Rock on Saturday morning, we have a healing day. So from 9, so we have my sister Zellen doing acupuncture. My sister Lisa Hillary is doing a sound bath. We got our brother Khalil doing meditation. I give away free breakfast. So I offer juice and fresh pastries and donuts and things like that. I try to stay away from the sugar, but we try to keep it healthy.
Yeah.
But that's like 9 to 1, and that's also a free event. So you can see the exhibition and hear the women. So all the headliners come from Black Women Rock. They come. Oh yeah.
Wow.
So they all come and they tell their stories.
I love it.
So because the foundation of this movement is not the rock and roll music, it is the stories behind the music. And these women have extraordinary stories. And so come meet them. Yeah.
Yeah. Come meet them.
And so it's a book-ended event with an art opening and an artist talk that's free. And please know that I got no corporate sponsors this year, and that I'm doing this on my own.
So have you gotten corporate sponsors in the past?
Yeah, but 2020 is over.
Y'all,
I'm just gonna say that
we gotta do better.
Yeah, the only person that is supporting in a real way, large way, is Rochelle Riley from the Arts and Culture Department at the city, who gets a lot of flack and is thrown under the bus many times. But I can say this, that if not for her, I wouldn't have the plane tickets and hotels. So I'm paying for the women's.
Rochelle.
Yeah, thank you, Rochelle.
Thank you, sister.
Boss Blue, my sister Ellen Gilchrist, who's now running Boss Blue. These sisters are hosting a brunch for the headliners and giving us a small donation of money that's going to help also help pay for hotels. But nobody is paying the women except me. So I'm paying for all the musicians out of pocket. I'm paying for all their fees. I'm paying for the rehearsal spaces. I'm paying for all the things. So the only thing that helps me is people showing up.
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
so but do you have a place if people want to donate?
Yeah, well, if just donate is just getting a ticket. Like, if they want to just donate, I have
Because
Zelle
some
and
people
Cash App.
can't necessarily come because they may be booked or whatever.
Yeah, they can,
but if you can donate,
you can buy tickets and we can donate.
and
we'll
then we
donate
can donate the tickets to someone else.
Shout out to Little John Roberts, my brother, who's a drummer who drums for Janet Jackson, my friend in Atlanta, who bought 4 tickets and said I bought 4 tickets, Jessica, give them to somebody. So I'm giving them to teenagers. This is an all ages show.
It's an all ages show.
So teenagers, I would say bring your daughters and your nieces. It's an edgier show, but they looking at the other stuff. They can look at this. If they listening to all the rap, the women that rhyme and sing.
What's the red lady?
The red.
No,
what's the red
I'm not
lady?
giving it any press.
What's her name?
I refuse. Yeah.
What's her name?
Sexy Red.
I have no idea. Well, let me say.
I don't know.
If they're listening
I don't
to
know her
Sexy
name.
Red, then they can come to the Black
But if
Women
you
Rock
can
concert.
listen to her,
Yeah.
you could definitely come to Black Women Rock.
Yeah, and these are goddess level women. These are women working
And
at
so,
a very high level.
God, this level.
I'm gonna do
Yes.
this. I'm gonna contact Curvy Girl Project. The
Yes.
Curvy Girl Project is a project ran by Sharon Dumas. Sharon Dumas
I
has
know
been
Sharon.
doing this for 40 years.
Yeah.
And so we're going to make sure.
Let's get some tickets, please, to those
That's
sisters.
going to be what I do.
I love you.
I'm going to get the girls. We're going to have them come.
I would love for them to be there.
They're coming.
Thank you.
We're gonna
and,
do that.
Sean White from Boys and Girls, I think, is
Okay.
going to buy some tickets. So I'm asking people who can, if you could sponsor 10 tickets at $20 a pop and put them in some teenagers and some college students' hands. We want them on the floor with us. We don't want them in the seats. We want them on the floor and
We
close.
want them on the floor.
Yes.
So they can.
But I believe
rock
in
out.
this movement, and I'm doing it, and I was not going to not do it. I'm never basing anything on no corporate sponsor or any.
Well, you
yeah.
sound like what's her name? I can't. What? Rosa Parks.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
Rosa Parks story.
All right.
Rosa Parks was invited to the Million Man March
Okay.
to speak.
Okay.
And she said that she wasn't going. She didn't feel like it.
Okay.
She just didn't feel like it. But then one of her sponsors for her nonprofit called and said, "You bet not go." As soon as she hung up from them, she called them back and said, "Oh, I'm coming."
I'm coming.
That's what prompted her to be
To
there.
go.
So how dare you tell me
Not to go.
not to go because you done gave me some money? So keep your money.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do what I do.
And I was there, by the way, at the Million Man March.
I love
Because ain't nobody crazy. Oh, yeah, I came. Well, I was there. I was a journalist working for the Daily Challenge. And so I was sent by my newspaper to look at A Million Brothers.
A Million Brothers!
You know.
Nice.
I
Nice.
was there.
Nice.
And I think, who did I ride home? I rode home with, which one of Malcolm's sisters. We rode home on the plane together. 'Cause I was living in New York at the time.
Okay.
Lovely.
Yes. So there's that. But yeah, I was Million Brothers in D.C. sound like a good road trip to me.
Good day.
Yes, Rosa Parks is smart.
It's smart girl.
Yes.
Smart girl. So in 2023,
Yes,
you were invited by the family of Malcolm X
I was.
to read her work at the Shabazz Center alongside
Angela Davis.
Love Angela Davis. And civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump.
I love that.
I see both of them pretty often, to be honest. And
Really?
Yeah, Angela Davis and I have been on, and that time, that's like the third time I'd seen her. So her and I had been on like 3 things within a year's time. So I was like, this is just becoming lovely. And we did an event, an Afropunk thing years ago. Toshi Regan organized, and her and I shared a stage at that event as well. So yeah, Angela Davis. I told her this story too. I wrote her a letter when she came to see Reverend Anthony's church years ago, to Fellowship Chapel, and I was so moved by her, and I wrote her a letter, and she wrote me back.
Wow.
She wrote me back. I wasn't a known poet anybody.
Right.
She wrote me a letter back. It always inspired me, and she's amazing. She's one of my heroes, and it's amazing to share space and break bread.
It's amazing to meet. It's amazing, one, to meet a hero. It's another thing to meet a hero when they're your hero and you're on the same stage with them.
Yeah.
That's a whole
That's happened to me. That's been my
a whole-
life. It's been pretty amazing.
Yeah,
It's been my life.
It's an amazing thing, because to me that lets you know that you're on the journey, and you're on the path, and you're on the road that God has uniquely crafted just for you.
I've been blessed. I've been on stages with Dick Gregory. You know,
I love Dick Gregory.
He's one of my favorite people. Yeah, Dick Gregory.
Oh my God, I love him.
Very special.
Yeah.
Very special. And I know his daughter Ayana. We've done some work together years ago. But yeah, I love him.
So who's somebody that you haven't met that you would love to meet?
In what field? There's a lot of different people. Wow. I don't know. It depends on what we're talking about. We talking about music? Lenny Kravitz, I haven't met Lenny yet, and I know he's familiar what we're doing for sure, because the sisters like Yazara and other women that worked with him, they all do Black Women Rock. So, I don't know.
He sure walks like a rocker, don't he walk?
I just did the Kresge 100, and I'm fortunate. President Obama was there, and they didn't connect me with him, which was weird. And so I wish I would have had a chance at least to give him my books and talk to him. So that's someone that's interesting to meet. I think is President Obama. And Michelle, like President, and Michelle's is even quite more awesome, to be honest.
Right, amazing.
And I've written poems for them and things like that in books, and so. I don't know. Offhand, I would have liked to have met Jimi Hendrix. I didn't meet him. Didn't get a chance. I was too young, and he was gone. I don't know. So what's funny is that I'm not really interested in meeting people. I'm more interested in working with people.
Okay.
And so, I want me and Kareem Riggins to do a record, because we've done some. He produced the 2 songs on Common's tracks, and Kareem is one of the best jazz drummers in the world. Jack White is somebody I'd like to work with.
Oh, wow.
From Detroit. Me and Stephanie Christiana both interested in working with Jack White. Just because he's from Detroit, he's a rocker. Daru Jones is a drummer. Me and Daru are gonna do some work together. I'm interested. I'm not really a fangirl.
Right.
I'm not that. I gotta meet. Because I've met. Aretha Franklin. I've met so many amazing people. So and I know amazing people, and they know my work too.
Right,
so I'm not meeting people is not a big deal. But like, what can I do
with the
powerfully
person?
with you?
Right. I love that.
Is definitely what I'm interested in. So I don't know. I got to work on my list. But there's some people I do want to work with. And want to build with. So I just came back from Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay.
I was there
in April.
Okay, I was just there 2 weeks ago. Unbelievably, I was there with my son and with my friend Derek Tolles, who's an amazing brother out of Warren, Ohio. He used to be Indianapolis Cult, and he has a nonprofit called Inspiring Minds. And so he's been building up young people's brains and taking them all over the world.
I love it.
And helping them get into college and things like that. And so we were with a group of kids, and my son was one of them. And they took me to this place. This woman, Priscilla, has been literally saving women's and girls' lives for 40 years, and saving them from female circumcision and from child marriage. And I want to build a library at the school that she's created there. So
wonderful.
The places that I visited didn't have libraries.
Right.
And I found that years ago when I went to South Africa, the schools I visited in Soweto and did workshops, there were no libraries. And so you're saying what you want to do as a poet laureate. That's what I want to do as a poet laureate.
Okay.
It's do things in Detroit to support literacy and get young people writing poetry and reading poetry everywhere.
Do you remember What high school?
Frank Cody High School, Joy Road.
And then what middle school?
I was at Catholic schools. I went to St. Alphonsus and Dearborn and St. Suzanne's. And so Cody was my first public school. And it changed my life.
I remember being in school and they had the Young Writers Contest.
No, I don't know. Yeah.
They had in Detroit Public School. Do you remember the Young Writers Contest? Oh my God. This is a little known fact.
Okay.
But I write poetry.
Okay. Everyone should.
I write poetry. And when I was little, in elementary school, I went to Schultz Elementary School.
Okay.
I won a Young Writers Contest.
Yes.
For my poem.
Let's go. Where are these poems at? Dr. Sabrina?
I have some. I have some. I still have some.
I have journals
But I would love, as
the poet laureate, I can create a contest.
To create
I'll do it.
A Young Writers Contest
I'll do
again.
It. I'll talk to, and my son just graduated from Detroit School of the Arts, and so I talked to Dr. Reynolds, Mama Maya, and talked to her about, I plan on creating scholarship, Jessica Care Scholarship for a poet writer.
Oh my
That's
God,
gonna happen.
I love that.
So there's things I haven't, irons in the fire, but I'm going to hold you to them poems.
I will help you with that.
And then because I want to do so in Philly, and Mama Sonia Sanchez, who will be 90 this year, one of my teachers, master teachers from the Black Arts Movement, who's in Philly, did something called haiku. Peace is a haiku song, and Philly has some of the most beautiful murals all over the city. Now Detroit
is getting there.
Yeah. We there, baby. And we got some of the baddest of the baddest.
It's some best.
But they do support mural, and they have something called the Mural Arts Program. And I want to emulate that in Detroit. I want to do Love is a Detroit Love Haiku. And this is a program I started years ago with no support. I was doing it with my students I was mentoring in Western and Cody and DSA. Okay. So I want celebrity folks like you and grandmothers and everybody to write haiku, which is just 575. It's an accessible art form to write haiku. Because if you struggle with writing or dyslexia, and a lot of kids I've worked with have struggled with all the things, you can still, if you can do the sounds. Little preschoolers can write a haiku. Kindergarten can write haiku.
I love it.
So we're going to write what we love about our city, and I'm going to I'm talking to the Gilbert Foundation and other foundations to support me to put it in public spaces, in murals, on bus stops, on the queue line. I want it everywhere. I want haiku everywhere.
Haiku everywhere. I love
about
that.
How much we love Detroit.
What we love about Detroit. I love that.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm down.
Even if you don't live here anymore, you can still write about how you can. Even if you moved across 8 Mile.
Yeah, if you moved someplace else. And that's so interesting that you even say that, because I still reside in the city.
Me too.
And I want to remain in the city. Yeah. So even if I move out of my home, I want to live in the city. Yeah. But all the options that are coming my way are always away, and I don't want to.
You don't want to abandon the city.
I don't want to. I love the city.
So are our taxes. So let's keep our taxes down.
Let's keep our taxes down. Oh my God, I love it could be the Jessica Care Moore Young Writers Contest.
Okay, I got it. That's already done. We're already claiming it, so we're going to do it.
I love that.
Let's do it. Help me do it. We'll do it together.
I'll be one of the judges.
Okay. Now let's get some foundations to give me some money,
we'll get some foundations to give us some money.
I don't want to give away $500.
No, I don't either.
Let's give away some real money. I want to give
us some real money, and like a
junior and senior would be nice to have a junior and a younger underclassman win it, and then some kids we can nurture.
Yes.
I actually love to do a publishing program inside Detroit Public Schools.
I would love that.
Can we tell DPS to put my books in the curriculum, because this book, We Want Our Bodies Back, should be in all the schools. And I've talked to VD, you know what's up. Put these books in the school, y'all.
We need the books in the school.
Give it to the freshman class. There's no reason. These are I'm the poet laureate. Make my books bestsellers. There's no reason why.
I love it. This is the thing, though. What I love about this is I love opportunities. So I love just having the conversation. In the conversation, we speak in life right now. We speak in life to everything Jessica wants to do.
I want to read a poem.
Read it.
Let me read from this book.
Should I are we snapping our fingers?
No, because we don't do that. We black and we clap.
Okay, cool.
Black people snap
and we clap.
We black and we clap. Nobody snaps unless... That's the beat generation. That's from movies and stuff. But I've never been in front of a black audience that likes what I do, and the first reaction they can think of is to snap their fingers.
Okay, we won't do it.
We clap.
We're going to clap. Amen. I used to be a roller coaster girl. I wrote this for one of my mentors, Intazaki Shange, who I learned about her in my black box theater at Cody High School, and to have got to know her and spend time with her and read with her was a dream come true for me.
Wow.
And before she passed, we got to spend some time together in Florida. So I wrote this because her and I were at breakfast talking about roller coasters. I used to be a roller coaster girl. 7 times in a row, no vertigo, knee skinny legs. My lipstick bubblegum pink as my Panther 10 speed, never kiss. Nappy pigtails, no brand gym shoes. White line, yellow short shorts. Scratched up legs, paddling past borders of hummus and baba ganoush, masjids and liquor stores. City chicken, pepperoni bread, and Superman ice cream cones. Yellow, black, blended with bits of Arabic, Islam, and Catholicism. My daddy was Jesus. My mother was quiet. Jane Kennedy was worshipped by my brother Mark. I don't remember having my own bed before 12. Me and my sister Lisa share. Sometimes all 3 more girls slept in that queen. You grow up so close, never close enough. I used to be a roller coaster girl. Wild child full of flowers and ideas. Useless crushes on Polish boys in a school full of white girls. Future Black Swan singing Zeppelin, U2, and Rick Springfield. Hoping to be Jesse's girl. I could outrun my brothers and everybody else to that recurring line. I used to be a roller coaster girl. Till you told me I was moving too fast. Said my rush made your head spin. My laughter hurt your ears. A scream of happiness, a scream of freedom, pouring out my armpits, sweating up my neck. You were always the scared one. I kept my eyes open for the entire trip. Right before the drop, I would brace myself and let that force push my head back into that hard iron seat. My arms nearly fell off a few times, so I kept running back to that line. When I was done, same way I kept running back to you. I used to be a roller coaster girl. I wasn't scared of mountains or falling. Hell, I look forward to flying and dropping off Earth and coming back to life every once in a while. I found some peace in being out of control, allowing the blood to rush through my veins for 180 seconds. I earn my sometime nicotine pull. I don't smoke. I buy my own drinks, and the ocean still calls my name when it feels my toes near its shore. I still love roller coasters. And you grew up to be afraid of all girls who could ride fearlessly like me. Woo! I like to read that for the young girls.
That's so good.
Yeah, when the men and the girls or whoever gets scared of you, just read them that.
Yes, read them that, because people will be afraid of your light.
Yeah.
Your light, your freedom, your energy of excitement. When you are illuminator, when you step in a room, you change the
temperature. Yeah.
You change it. You change the environment when you walk in the room. And so because you do that, people who are afraid of that, I always say this about your light. Your light sometimes will expose somebody else's darkness.
Let's go.
And because they don't want to be seen, they don't want nobody to see their darkness. They
come on,
trying to fool you.
Yeah.
But a real one will expose their darkness, and so their darkness trembles in your presence.
Ooh, Lord.
And so I know that I am a light.
Now. Yes,
and so I talk about different types of light, and different types of light have different purposes. So you have a person that is a pen light. A pen light is focus. A pen light you use to look inside the eye, behind the eye. That's what, and that is a very focused light. Yeah. But then you may have a flashlight that's just going to illuminate a particular area. Then you'll have a lamp that'll illuminate the whole room. Right. But then you'll have a street light. Yeah. And the street light illuminates the block. It illuminates the space. But then you have a lighthouse. And a lighthouse, you see the light, but you never see the house. So I know I'm the type of person that will transform and impact a person that I never see.
Yeah. Oh, it's all energy,
Yeah.
It's all energy.
Absolutely.
It's all energy. I always say that I date energy.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't. Just energy. Yeah, and you got to have some keeping up with women like us.
Yeah, you got to keep up. And I think that especially when you're known. And when people see you and recognize you and want to take a picture with you and all of that, how do the men who may not be in that same type of light handle your light?
Sometimes they go away. They evaporate. Sometimes they evaporate right after my shows, and they get scared. And so that's usually a test for me. It recently happened to me when I was in the Bay with a friend of mine, and I people were talking to me, and at the end, this is a new person in my life, and I just said, sorry about that. He was like, absolutely not. That's fine. You're supposed to do that. And so that's how I know. And the ones that leave, or I'm taking too long because I'm always going to be that person. I'm going to be that girl. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to take the pictures. I'm not going to just hide and run off into my car. I'm going to be that person. And so I'm accessible, probably to the point of exhaustion sometimes. But that's who I am in my spirit.
Right.
And so if someone is too impatient, then they got to go. And I'm happy when they go. It's fine.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Bye-bye.
Somebody else would be more patient.
Yeah, you do need someone who's patient.
Yeah, but I'm also very much a giving person. So any man that and I've been single for a long time. So, the men, my male friends, let alone just men I date, because I have a lot of men in my life that I do not date.
Right.
But I pour into them and support and love their work. And they see how I roll. I remember I flew to Paris during Fashion Week, and I was there, and then I came back to Detroit, and then I remember like Talib and Yassine Bey, who are my hearts, were having another thing, and I flew back. They're like, did Jessica just fly to Paris and come back to Detroit? And did she just fly back? And Talib was like, yeah, that's Detroit, man. You know what I mean? And so you got me for a friend.
You got a friend.
Yeah, a real one. And so I like people to show up for me in that way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
this
sometimes.
is the thing. But this is the thing about, and I talk about how relationships are reciprocal. You should never always be the giver, and you should never always be the receiver. There's benefits from both sides of the street.
Right.
So there's a benefit when I am the giver, but then even if I am a giver, I got to learn how to sit in the seat of receipt.
Yeah,
you got to learn how to sit in that seat.
Come on now, because it's not always. Yeah, because that's why we've been married. So when you're a wife and you're a mother, you're always giving. And sometimes when someone actually gives back to you, it can throw you off your guard.
You're like, what?
Yeah, I'm kind of dealing with a situation right now. I'm kind of like thrown off a little bit. I'm like, really? Like someone offering to pick me up from an airport. I'm like, what's that? Oh, well, you're going to actually make me something to eat? Oh, that's interesting.
Wow.
These are interesting. And these are interesting small little things that shouldn't mean nothing, but
they do.
The little things.
Yep.
But
it's the little things. Yeah.
It also makes you feel like, oh, somebody did something for me. That's how they feel. When someone does something for me and that makes me feel good, I'm like, wow, that's how I must make them
Other
feel. And I like that feeling that you can give somebody something and they feel good.
That's right.
And you're always like, you don't have to do that, but that's just how we are. We don't want it, but when we do get it and we accept it, we're like, oh,
isn't it beautiful to see your reflection, right?
What you give to other people, the reflection of what you give to other people.
It's not often. Let me just say this. I get it with my girlfriends. My sisters take care of me. Shout out to my production team for Black in Rock. I love y'all. I know I'm driving y'all crazy right now. Woo, I love y'all so much. And Gia and Tammy and Rachel.
And we want you to know that you are welcome here anytime. You can come hang out with us. We're going to take care of you.
Thank you for my chai, my coffee, and my water.
We're going to take care of you.
I got like 3 drinks.
She got 3 because she came in and said, I just need some coffee or some water. Y'all got some water or something? We need a beverage up in here.
A beverage.
Just a beverage. So I am so excited about everything that you're doing. Where do people see the movie?
So the movie I'm done. Next stop is New York. So we're going to be at the Real Sisters Film Festival. This is the Black Woman Ran Film Festival in Brooklyn. I believe we're screening October 19th and 20th.
Okay.
But I need a deal for the movie. So we're going to screen in New York and then probably in LA. But we're looking for a distribution deal so we can have it everywhere in the world.
Okay.
So fingers crossed, prayers up for some energy.
All right.
He Looked Like a Postcard is a healing film. I was really, watching other people respond to the work. Women were crying, every time I've screened it, and it's like I didn't,
You didn't know.
I didn't know, but it's my heart. It's about a woman named Serendipity that's coming home to find her voice again. She's a single parent. She's an artist, a poet, and has a 10-year-old son. And a man goes by on a skateboard that looks like a postcard she's received from a best friend, and he magically comes to life. So it's a love story that's really about her. It's a self-love story.
I love it.
Yeah, and so
I love it.
If you're a mother, artist, or a dreamer, you'll relate to this character.
I'm a dreamer.
Yeah,
I'm a dreamer.
But follow He Looked Like a Postcard Film on Instagram.
He looks like a postcard film.
Yeah, he looked like a postcard
like
film.
a postcard.
Follow. So for updates
on what's coming.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you so much.
It was so amazing to be here. Now I have some energy to get through my day. I was really tired when I came in, and now I'm like, okay, I'm okay now.
This is good. I
appreciate y'all. Yes.
How can people find you?
Instagram is a great place to find me, Jessica Care, or JessicaCareMore.org for people who are not on social media, because everyone isn't. So JessicaCareMore.org is my website, blackwomanrock.com. But go to Jessica Care More on Instagram, and then the band is We Are Scorpio. Go get the record that just came out.
Gotta get the record. I'm getting the record today.
Yes,
I'm gonna have the record today.
If you're a Grammy voter, and I want to get a Grammy chapter going in
please do.
Detroit. I'm belong to the Chicago chapter.
How do you become a Grammy voter? You have to be an artist.
Yeah.
You have to be a musical artist.
A music artist, yeah. You have to have some recordings done, and I've helped at least 4 people become Grammy voting people. Me and Jay were like pushing people to put their work out there, and like telling like the poets, if you're a poet or spoken word artist in Detroit, I like to see more of y'all going after that spoken word Grammy.
Spoken word Grammy.
Yeah, let's get it.
Wow.
I plan on being nominated.
Go ahead.
Watch out, Omari Hardwick and JIV.
All right.
I'm coming for y'all.
I'm coming. I want to thank you so much for being my guest today. Thank you for all that you do. Oh my God, we just scratched the surface on all the stuff that she does. And then to my audience, let me say to you, I say it here every single week, speak life about your life. So as you move through this week, I want you to say positive things to yourself, about yourself. Even if you make a mistake, don't stay there. Say positive things about yourself. Be gentle with yourself, because too often we'll beat up on ourselves, but we the only we got.
Hey.
So be kind and loving to you. Have a great week. I'll see you next week.
This is beautiful. Oh my God.
Thank you.
How do we win if I'm always winning?
Right.
I know all I do is win.
No matter what.
No matter what.
It's essential.
I win when we win.
Go ahead, Dr. Sabrina.
Yeah, right from the beginning, she had a vision. It was a daily elevation for essential living. That's that good intention. All you gotta do is listen. Creating magic during uncertainties be the mission. Dr. Sabrina Jackson, serving God must be a passion. Cause being a better person begins with daily practice. Love is the attitude, that's what we gotta do. Mental Health Mondays on Fox News in Detroit, that's Channel 2. Look us up, baby. Gon' do your research from Cass Tech to Eastern. Yeah, we've been in it for a minute. We've been winning.